Everybody, welcome back. We are going to do a video with the new leaked cards that are coming to the game, some of the spotlights that are coming in the game. There were some bundles in there too. So we like to try to cover all of that in a specific video whenever possible. Let's dive right in. Again, Snap.fan with the coverage here. I like the format that they've got this in. So that's where we're going to go through it. I'm going to give my hot takes on what I think of all the things as we come through. So looks like the January season pass, it looks like it's like a Planet Hulk Scar type theme. So you get that Silver Surfer variant is pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. That Hulk one, dope. And then Scar looks like he's going to be the season pass. We'll look at what that is in a second. Here's some artwork. Again, pretty dope. All right, so this is the part I really like to sort of focus on as we get into this. First off, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards here. I'd have to look at the month of January. There are 5 weeks there, so season pass and a new card in 1 week is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I mean, that might be a thing they start doing. I actually hope they don't do that, but maybe it is something that they do. Anyway, moving on. So Scar looks like he's going to be a 6/11. Cost 2 less for each of your cards that have 10 or more that has 10 or more power. That's interesting. So are you going to put that stuff with, you know, Angela's, collectors, anything, Thor's, anything that can get we'll get to a card in a second here as well, to bring that as a cheaper card, or any, I mean, something that you can put on a spot that it gets additional power. Red Skull, Taskmaster, Kitty type things, Shuri. You're going to looking at that to bring this down as much as possible to sort of play that. I mean, Death. There's a lot of opportunities there, I think, for Scar to go in different decks. The next one, and I'm going to brutalize, destroy this name. Pyera? I don't know. I'm not familiar with this Marvel character, actually. It's a 3/4, so solid cost to power ratio, or an okay cost to power ratio. Ongoing, your 1 and 6 cost cards cannot be destroyed. Love this. Obviously, Killmonger counter. I've seen people posting about that on Twitter. I think that's awesome. I also am very curious, does this include when your card is not revealed so that Eliath cannot destroy them as well? Say on turn 6, I play a 6 cost card. Does Eliath still get to destroy it even though it's a 6 cost card? So maybe this needs to say your revealed 1 and 6 cost cards can't be destroyed. I don't know. The coding might say that, but we'll see. It might not be able to fit. I know they like to try to keep everything in 2 lines, and it's obviously right at that sort of threshold. So maybe put UR and then an ampersand. I don't know. But I do like that card. I think it's dope. The next one, we've got Hercules 4/6. That's a great cost to power ratio, especially you add in Zabu in there. The first time another card moves here, each turn, move it to another location. So this is interesting. So I wonder if this is going to go up with like a Werewolf by Night Craven type, like Triangle of Love there. That's the first thing I think of. It sounds like it's only going to do it once per turn, but it can do it every turn it's out there. It doesn't gain any points outside of that, but maybe you can use it as a catalyst to give points to cards like Craven, etc. I don't know. This card doesn't excite me that much. We'll see. It might be at the bottom as far as series 4 and 5 and stuff like that. We'll see. Grandmaster. It's a 2/0. Hi, Adam Warlock. That card didn't work out too well. Let's see how this one does. On reveal, move one of your other on reveal cards here to the middle location. This one's got 4 lines. Its ability happens again. All right, so I love the ability to make your on reveal happen again. What I'm confused about a little bit here is on reveal cards here to the middle location. So it's like, I mean, you have to play Grandmaster in the middle for this to work. If that's the case and this is really limiting, I don't know how good of a card this is going to be. We'll see. I mean, maybe it'll be fun to pair up with like an Odin and you leave 2 good cards in the middle that you can reproc again on like turn 6 or something with an Odin. Or no, that wouldn't make sense because on reveal, move one of your other on reveal cards here. It's random. It's RNG actually. I don't know. We'll see about this one. This one, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure I'm missing something on this one. Comment below what you see as far as this. Sounds like RNG plus potentially needing to play it in the middle location, which means you need to leave space for it. Love the ability happening again, but at a 2 cost, 0 power. Ugh, I don't know. All right, Meek 1/1. So I like that. After each turn, if you discard any cards, gain 1 power for each and move. That's interesting. So like a discard move thing? I don't know. I mean, I love the +1 power. Like maybe you put this in a discard deck and just let it get power and move around and you don't really care where it goes to and it just gains points. I'd love that, like maybe with, I'd like to see how this works with, say, like MODOK. I think does it get 1 point for each time and it just pings around nonstop? That'd be super cool. Beta Ray Bill. Now I mentioned it with Scar. I think Beta Ray Bill can potentially go really, really well with Scar. So maybe we'll see. I think this is maybe a Zabu effect too. It's a 4/5, which is good, solid. On reveal, shuffle Stormbreaker into your deck. All right, well, what's Stormbreaker? A 0/1, which is not a 0/0. On reveal, double Beta Ray Bill's power. So it makes it a 4/10, which is basically a 4/11 if you get Stormbreaker. So I could see this as where you want to go Thor, Beta Ray Bill, Jane Foster, and you've all of a sudden got a pretty nice little play here. I'd also love the ability to give Beta Ray Bill more points if possible. But if you do Thor on 3, that means that you cannot Forge on 3 or something along those lines, or Nico on 3. So maybe you're thinking about a Psylocke. Well, no, because Psylocke 2 doesn't get anything earlier. Maybe you no, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you would get more point. I'm trying to find a way to play Thor and Beta Ray Bill and get some points onto Beta Ray Bill through a Forge or something along those lines, or a Nico if possible. But I'm not. You'd want to bring Thor in on turn 2, which, I mean, how are you going to do that, right? All right, so anyway, I think that's cool, and I think using that, depending when you can get it. Again, though, if you 5 on 5, if you pull in your Stormbreaker and your Mjolnir, that means that you're not going to be able to play them until 6, which means this isn't any cheaper. It's too late. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. New cards, text. So we don't know what they're doing, but looks like the Black Order is coming to the game. I'm sure if you're playing a Marvel game, you're probably familiar with Infinity War and or Endgame. The Black Order was in there. The Super Giant. That's something that, go look up the Black Order. You'll check that out. A changed card. So Annihilus, I think it was 5/8, goes down to a 5/7. I actually think that's pretty reasonable. I think 5/8, I'd still play this as a 5/7, and I still think this is a niche type card. We're going to play in a lot of junk type decks. New season, Planet Hulk for January 2024. We already talked about that. New locations, Great Portal. Add a random card with 10 or more power to your hand. All right. That could be interesting. That could help you. I don't know how that could hurt you. Maybe if it's a destroyer and you don't have any reason to play a destroyer, that could be no fun, but a lot of good cards for 10 or more power, so I like that. That's a good location. Crown City. Whoever is winning here gets +4 power at adjacent locations. Wow. Wow. Is this like an Omega Red location, but better? So people are going to be fighting for Crown City, that's for sure. New Conquest variant, Ghost Rider. This is going to be legit fire. Anytime there's like fire or some sort of wind, like cosmic lines that can be moved to animate better, fire's the best one. The variants when it's animated are just absolutely awesome. Iceman, I could maybe see some of this here, maybe looking pretty cool as an ultimate. She-Hulk, I'm a little worried about that one. I don't know how great that's animated going to be. I mean, I could see her hair moving, but what else? You know, I don't know. I mean, it's a cool looking variant, but making it an ultimate variant, unless those animations, like she's picking up her arm and moving it or something, I don't know. This armor one, somewhat similar. I could see maybe some of those shinies being a little bit cooler. I don't know. We'll see about that, but it's definitely a cool variant. All right, January spotlights. So January 1st, Kyra. Again, let me know in the comments below how to properly say that. With High Evo and Hitmonkey. All right, we'll see. Is this going to be... I love that Hitmonkey variant. Wow, that's pretty cool. High Evo is great. Hitmonkey's okay. Not as good as he used to be, but still okay. I think Kyra is a card that you're going to want to get. If this is a Series 4 card, I would just use tokens. If it's Series 5, I mean, it's a pretty good card. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It's a pretty good defensive card. If you're playing a lot of 1s and 6s, I'd still probably want it, but it is a defense card. So it might be a card that, unless you really, really want to protect those cards, you could skip it. January 9th. Again, I talked about Hercules maybe just sort of being like a little niche. I don't know. I don't love it. With Galactus and Howard the Duck, my gut here is easy skip. Galactus has fallen off. As much as I like that they finally put Howard the Duck into a spotlight, which is ridiculous, I just kind of feel like dude, nobody plays Howard the Duck. Like, he's just not great. All right, January 16th week, we got Meek, Annihilus, Phoenix Force. I think if for any reason, if you skip the Annihilus week, maybe this comes out. I'm hoping I could see Meek being a Series 4. I don't know. This week doesn't really excite me. I know Phoenix Force has kind of come back a little bit, but I'm not sure that's doing much for me there. Ooh, wow. All right, so they put Loki and Elsa on a week with Grandmaster. And that was the one card that I didn't necessarily love and was just like confused by. I don't know. I mean, there's a chance where I might just straight skip Grandmaster, even if it's a Series 5, if I wasn't a content creator. I will say, though, Loki and Elsa are both fantastic cards. So this might be a... I'm hoping they maybe change Grandmaster a little bit. Maybe give him some... I don't know. Or you guys convince me that's a good card. But I could see this being a week that I'd want to pull. This Loki, that's funny. Anybody who played Marvel Future Revolution knows what's up there. I like that Grandmaster variant as well. All right, so Beta Ray Bill, January 30th with Werewolf by Night and Nebula. I think this is a great week to pull, absolutely. The Werewolf by Night Spotlight's pretty solid. I'd be curious to see the animations on that. That Nebula looks pretty sick. I think Beta Ray Bill is definitely a card that some people are going to want to have, especially if you're playing Thor. I could see some of that Lockjaw stuff coming back, potentially bringing things in. I think that could be a lot of fun. And then we already know about these December ones. They might have changed these. I'm just looking at them. Living Tribunal maybe wasn't in there before. We've talked about that one. I feel like I've talked about that. December. New variants. All right, let's look at some of these variants. We talked about those. Ebony Maw one, that's the same with this. If you look at the comic of that, Thanos is in the middle, and I think that variant's already in game. This Forge one, I have to say I don't love. That Ghost Spider one looks pretty cool. That Meek one is cool. Talked about the Armor one. That Grandmaster one, again, is dope. Let's see, Kyra. That Hitmonkey one, again, awesome. This Silver Surfer one, I love that Silver Surfer one. I think that one's really cool. Beta Ray build, I think it's Spotlight one. All right, Black Cat, I think it's Peach Momoko. Dark Hawk by Dan Hip. It's actually pretty cool. I'll dig it. That Hercules one, it's all right. That one, I like this Hercules one a little bit better. High Evo, that's actually really cool. That High Evo is really awesome. That Iron Lad one is creepy AF. Is that Zombie? That is Zombie Iron Lad? That's weird. This Loki one, I love that. Wow. That might be the thumbnail for this video. Doctor Doom, that's sweet. I love the voice animations or the voice effects that they've put in for him. I love anytime that they put these comic ones in there. I love it. We're seeing more of those. Null, good. I bet this Odin variant is sick. I bet the animations on this are really, really, really good. I like that a lot. Scar, we looked at that. That's pretty cool. Living Tribunal. Dig it, dig it. Cardbacks. All right. So we've got Hulk, Warbound, Infinite Warbound. I like all those. I think those are all pretty cool. I dig them. And then we've got bundles. Well, I didn't say anything about where exactly the Series 4 and 5 are going to be with these. I might be missing it. Comment below if you know exactly where that's at. Generally speaking, I like what I'm seeing here. I think everything's pretty solid, but again, it always depends on Series 4 versus Series 5. Not here to do a hate video today, but we'll do one of those again soon because we got to have our opinions voiced. So appreciate you making it this far. If you want to hammer down that like button, very much appreciate that. Share with your aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews. And until next time, we hope you have a wonderful day.